the holding company, the parent company. The parent company, when acquires a SBU, when owns a SBU or has an SBU, will possess one of the three characteristic and intention, to deal with its SBUs. For example, if the corporate parent is an asset management company, the asset management company holds shares in various entities, but with the intention of selling them at premium in future. The purpose is to manage a portfolio in such a manner that the equities of such companies are carried which have chances of appreciation in value. So, an important factor to remember and to keep in mind is an important factor and an important thing to keep in mind is that whenever the question mentions a corporate parent, at that time the corporate parent is actually someone or a company with such intentions, which are either from portfolio manager's role, synergy manager role, or parental developer role. So example 1 is common, is very easily mentioned and written over here. Portfolio manager is a person or is a corporate parent or the type of holding company which actually refers to such type of portfolio management which is of diverse nature, and the purpose behind holding those diverse shares is just to wait and watch when the share price goes up, and the situation when changes favorably, the shares are sold by the portfolio manager and the gains are realized. For such reason, they apply different techniques and tactics that are not supposed to be covered in detail over here. That was just an explanation of portfolio manager. The second role which the corporate parent can carry or perform is synergy manager. The synergy manager is a type of corporate parent which seeks to gain and achieve synergies by holding a strongly related portfolio of SBUs. In other words, synergy manager role refers to corporate parent which has SBUs of related and similar industries. For example, a corporate parent has a fish restaurant, and the corporate parent is now planning to purchase a fish farm, a freshwater fish farm. For this reason, for this particular reason, the fish water farm purchasing will definitely increase and will definitely bring synergies for the group, will definitely bring synergies for the group, and this type of role is known as synergy manager. This role is clearly seen, this role can be clearly seen in December 10, question number 1, Shoal PLC. December 10, question 1, Shoal PLC. Just to show one example, I will show you a few lines from the scenario so that everybody reads and understands how the roles are written in the scenario. So the Shoal PLC question is here. Look at this. Look at these starting lines. The starting lines are: Shoal PLC is a well-known corporate organization in the fish industry. It owns 14 companies concerned with fishing and related industries. This scenario focuses on 3 of these companies: Shoal Fish Limited, a fishing fleet operating in the Western Oceans; Shoal Pro Limited, a company concerned with processing and canning fish; Shoal Farm, a company with saltwater fish farms. Shoal PLC is also finalizing the purchase of Captain Haddock chain of fish restaurants. There are a lot of fish. There's fish all around. So these all SBUs are related with each other, and they are resulting in positive synergies for the Shoal PLC group. I hope everybody got it, that this role is of synergy manager. Please let me know. Please let me know whether you have understood from the scenario that this role belongs to synergy manager category. Please update me. So around 90% people have responded in yes, but some are requesting a repeat. Okay. So Shoal PLC is a company. Shoal PLC is a company dealing in fish industry, and a synergy manager role is where the related companies are operating under a single parent. So fishing fleet, processing and canning fish, and saltwater fish farms are the 3 companies which are mentioned in this scenario, and these 3 companies are related with each other in terms of fish supply. So this is clearly a role of synergy manager. So moving on to the last role. The last role relates to parental developer. Sometimes it happens that the SBU teaches, the SBU is being taught by its corporate parent. The SBU is being taught by its corporate parent to operate in a better manner. In this case, the corporate parent directly intervenes with the operations and functions of the SBU. Let me give you an example. There are two marts. So, Mart A and Mart X. This Mart A has performed amazingly well and has turned the company and this mart into a chain of marts, whereas Mart X has only 2 outlets and is not performing as per the expectation of the parents or as per the expectation of its owners. Mart A has got brilliant expertise in marketing, and Mart X is poor, is weak in marketing. Mart A is amazing in marketing. Mart B is poor in marketing. Mart A acquires Mart X in order to Mart A acquires Mart X in order to improve the marketing side of the, in order to improve and facilitate the marketing side of Mart X, so that Mart X starts performing as per the expectations. But for this reason, it is required that Mart A purchases Mart X and bring this Mart X into its own SBUs, So when Mart A purchases Mart X for the sake of adding value in Mart X, when Mart A purchases Mart X for the sake of adding value in Mart X, then such type of role is called parental developer. It's very similar to the way in which our parents treat us and serve us and nourish us and give us treatment, and in other words, make us fit for living and growing in this world. So parents directly intervene into the lives of their children. So in this manner, the parental developer teaches the SBU some of its competencies, some of its skills in such a manner which is called a parental developer role. So I hope this is clear. Moving on. Related to this is portfolio analysis. Related to this is portfolio analysis. So what is portfolio analysis? Portfolio analysis actually refers to analyzing a portfolio of a parent company. So portfolio analysis refers to analyzing the portfolio of a particular corporate parent. Let me give you a very clear example and explanation about portfolio analysis in my very own way, and you can later read on the slides in your manner at your place. Since we are expected to cover strategic choices as well as strategic action today, so we have to be bit quick but remain focused on exam and concepts. So let me start. Portfolio analysis. Carefully look at these screens. Portfolio means collection of SBUs, say 3, 4, 5 SBUs. Analysis means discussion of these SBUs. What does it mean? It means that corporate parent like Shoal PLC will be mentioned in the question. The SBUs or the companies owned and held by Shoal PLC will also be mentioned, like Shoal Fish, Shoal Pro, Shoal Fish, Shoal Pro, and Shoal Farm, and a fish restaurant. When a question gives the scenario in this form, that the first paragraph is about the corporate parent and the plans of corporate parent and the wishes of corporate parent, then and the SBUs are written below the corporate parent, and these SBUs are playing either a positive or a negative role for that particular corporate parent, then the requirement is also asking carry out portfolio analysis. This is a clear case and caution of corporate portfolio analysis. Corporate portfolio analysis. So moving on. How do we do portfolio analysis? Now look at this. You are all requested to read these bullets first. Come on. 1 minute. So friends, you must have read it, and the purpose is written in the last bullets, perhaps the last two sub-bullets. The purpose is whether the products are profit generators, should the product be continued, divested, etc. The actual reason behind is there any chance of this SBU to perform well in the future, or can we place hope on its performance that it will improve someday? Remember, the portfolio analysis is carried out with the purpose and intention of finding out which SBUs to keep, which SBUs to divest, which SBUs to try further, which SBUs to keep for competitive reasons. So the SBUs are either kept for the sake of trying more once again and let's see if their performance gets better, or to divest, in other words, selling out the investment, or to continue it by keeping these shares for the greater good, or sometimes the shares are kept in order to compete and in order to remain in line with the competitor. So there is a matrix known as Bcg Matrix. And the BCG metrics refers to two things: the market growth and the market share. The market growth is an external factor and is not in the control of the entity, whereas the market share is the internal factor which reflects the ability of the company to capture the market share from the total market. So there are four cases. If the SBU is operating in a high growth market and the market share of the SBU is also high, then our message is doing well, great opportunities. If the market share is high and the growth is low, it means the market is saturated, but you have still the greatest share. It says that doing well in no growth market with limited opportunities. Remember the name cash cows. Cash cows are the SBUs which are the source of finance for the other SBUs as well. And the cash cow, because of its less competitive environment, needs lesser amount of reinvestment. Whereas the products question mark are those products where the company has not been able to gain the market share, but the market growth is much high. So it shows that the organization is doing something wrong in a very attractive market. So these SBUs in businesses are called question marks. The next is the dogs. Dogs are those SBUs where the market share is low where the market growth is also low, the share is also low. It means you are perfectly into the wrong place. But remember, not all the dogs should be condemned. Sometimes in order to remain in the market, in order to remain competitive, in order to stay in the game, in order to have our product line complete, in order to have our services complete, in order to have a higher list of products and services, such dogs are also retained. There is another portfolio model which is referred to as Astrid portfolio display model. The Astrid model refers to two things and two parameters. The two things and two parameters are ability to add value and opportunity to add value. Our ability to add value and our opportunity to add value. Now, the ability to add value is on y-axis and the opportunity to add value is on the x-axis. If the ability to add value of the parent is high and the opportunity to add value of the parent is also high, then the business is called heartland businesses. Ideal match. This rarely happens immediately. It takes time. So this parenting matrix refers to another situation where the ability to add value is high, but the opportunity to add value is low. In such a case, the businesses are called ballast businesses. It means that the corporate parent has a lot of ability to perform its operations and deal with the SBUs, but due to lack of opportunity, the corporate parent is unable to enjoy its position as a corporate parent. Therefore, the businesses are called ballast businesses. Another situation is when the corporate parent has low ability to add value and the opportunities are high. Then the businesses are called value trap businesses. It means the corporate parent itself has trapped the value of those SBUs which had good growing markets and which had opportunities to grow. So, moving on to the next and last one. These businesses are misfit, alien businesses. Neither they have a strong market, nor the parent has any ability to do any favor or good for the SBU. Such businesses are called alien businesses. Moving on to the next. The next is public sector matrix. This has not been examined yet. In the last, say, 18-19 attempts, this has not been examined in any of the P3 yet with the name of public sector matrix. But let me give you an idea. The public sector matrix actually refers to two things: the public need and funding effectiveness, and number two, value for money. I would recommend you all to just have a reading of this topic.